Well, what has been a bad week for Israel getting a little worse this hour. An Israeli army patrol coming under attack in Gaza a couple of hours ago from gunmen belonging to the Islamic group Hamas. Two Israeli soldiers are reported dead, and two of the attackers were reportedly killed when Israeli troops returned the fire. It all comes as we are getting new details about the meeting this week between Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and President Obama. Netanyahu went to the White House to talk Mideast peace concerns. But not only did the Israeli leader not get the traditional photo op granted to any head of state, now we're hearing he was left to cool his heels in a meeting room for over an hour while President Obama walked out to have dinner with his family, which some are saying is an extraordinary breach of protocol. Rena Ninen is live in Jerusalem. Rena, how is this playing today in the Israeli media?
Well, Megan, you might think, okay, this leader of the country here went and was left to cool his heels, as you mentioned. People might be upset with the U.S., but it's actually the very opposite. The media here are very critical of Netanyahu and the fact that he has jeopardized the relationship between Israel and the U.S. They look at him as a man without a plan, and they feel that he's siding with the right wing and not looking at Israeli interests first. If you want to look at it, it's only been maybe about a year in office for him, and already his approval ratings, Megan, for the first time, have fallen below 50%, while his disapproval ratings have increased above 50%, Megan.
And so where do we go from here, Rena? It's so extraordinary to see this sort of tension between the United States and its closest ally, Israel, the only democracy in the Middle East. Where do we go next in dealing with this tension?
You know, people who follow Israel and the Middle East very closely have told me today this is unprecedented, Megan. They have never seen this in 30 years' time or so. In the history of Israel's existence, I would even go as far as saying that both the White House and Israel are at odds like this. You know, there are some things that the White House can do. That the United States provides $3 billion in aid to help Israel's security. It's not to say that the White House would cut that off, but the large percentage of Israel's budget goes towards security. So you could imagine the strain here on the country, on the government, on the people, if suddenly they were to lose that money or any sort of military support from the U.S., because we know Israel's greatest ally is America. And that is what makes people nervous here and people upset with Netanyahu, is that relationship is being jeopardized, Megan.
All right, Rena Ninen, thank you so much.